name is Kathy Brandon, and this is the Ready for Happiness live show. Now, I am your happiness chick, your hostess, and what we're here to do on the Ready for Happiness live show is introduce you to people who have created a unique way of being happy in this world. And they've done that so well for themselves that they are inspired and they are committed to helping other people do the same. And so our guest today is no exception to the rule. Hi, Glenna.
Hi, Kathy.
Folks, this is Glenna Griffin, and she is otherwise known as Travel Diva Glenna. And one of the reasons that we call her Travel Diva Glenna is because she comes in and she creates these amazing events, these amazing experiences, whether you actually meet her at a luncheon or whether it's one of her events. And so what I thought we could do is we could get on the show and we could get to know Glenna a little bit, you know, because she's a woman and she's a wife and she's a business owner and she used to be an employee. And we're going to roll it back like we do every show, right? We're going to roll it back to little Glenna. Like, where were you raised? Where were you born? You know, how did you get to Houston, right? Because you're in Houston, Texas. So how did you get there? Have you always been there?
I was born in Auburn, Indiana, and I grew up in Norfolk, Nebraska. Its claim to fame is Johnny Carson's hometown. And for my graduation, my uncle was there for my graduation. He was in the Navy. And for my graduation present, he took me to California for the summer. And that is where I met my husband, and my husband is from Shreveport, Louisiana. And so we fell in love, got married, and then when he got out of the Navy, we moved around the country, the U.S., different places, and we ended up back here in Houston. And it was close to home for him, and we just settled here with our kids, and they all are growing now, and I got little grandkids now, so I got to get to school. So that's how I ended up in Houston, and my life kind of evolved to working for retail, and that things happened, and I got injured, so I decided I needed to do a change. And so I went to travel school at Kingwood College here in the Houston area, and I've always loved to travel, and by traveling with my husband to these different places where his job took us, it really made travel more something I was interested in, and I just went ahead and took the travel school, worked in for the brick and mortar travel industry, and then things changed again, and then something else came my way that made sense of travel, and I just took it and run with it, and I love it, and it's fun. I get to meet people. I love to meet people and spend time with people and share my travel experiences.
You know what's funny is like you know, your job allows you to be like on permanent vacation. I mean, you know, how cool is that? Like, I think that's so clever, right? Like, if you're going to have a life purpose, right, if God's going to send you to this world to do something, like, how cool is it that your job is vacation? I think that's so cool. Like, what a way to create happy, right? I want to go on vacation. So here I am. My name is Travel Diva Glenna, and I have just done that. Like, I think you're miraculous, right? Like, who gets that job? I mean, I know I pedal happy, so people think my job is kind of cool too, but really, like, vacation, that's just cool business. Now, okay, now tell me a little bit about the travel industry, right? Like, there have been a lot of changes. So I know you do a lot of different things now. Let's tell people specifically what you do, right? Like, you know, we've kind of talked about where you're from and who you are as a lady, and you're a grandmother, and you're a wife, and you're a mom. But, you know, let's talk about your contribution, because you've wrapped your passion and your happy into your job, into a business, a tangible, tactical I get crap done business. So let's tell people what you do specifically.
I go out and share how to be happy. You know, how to take a vacation with your family and make it a memory that there's no price on. There is no price on travel. And if you don't take the time and do stuff now, you're going to regret it. And that's my message. Trying to make sure that people understand you can take that vacation. It doesn't have to be a high dollar vacation. You can just go a 2-hour road trip and see something and have fun and take pictures and make that memory because it stays with you. All the trips I've taken, those memories are still there. And I'll pull them out and just remember. Or I'll see a picture and it'll remind me of, oh, I was there. That was such a great place to be. And if someone asks me, well, where's your favorite place? Where would you recommend to go to the beach? And I'll tell them my favorite beach. And just do it and enjoy life. If you're only here for a short period of time, you might as well enjoy it.
Okay, now I love the fact that you're in the memory making business, right? Like I really love it. And I love the fact that, you know, you worked in traditional travel and you have a lot of different options for people. I know you work with people who put on events too. You know, you work with families to help them afford vacations and you do all of that work like a full travel agency would. But I know there are some other things that you do that are really interesting. Like I know you have an event that's coming up in is it September? I'm a speaker, I should know. It's September. And oh my gosh, right? Like talk about being pampered. I'm so excited to be a speaker at the event because I get to like try out all the pamper me things.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun stuff. It's like it is basically it's for this one is for women, and it's to help them find ways to pamper themselves, find some stress relief. It'll be after the summer is over and they've been with the kids for 3 months, and they're like, oh my God, I need something for me. You know, I need to unwind a little bit, and that's what this event's about. I'm not there. There will be other ones, and they'll be at different times of the year, different locations. I see this being fun and going to a beach somewhere and doing, you know, some fun stuff on the beach.
Isn't that cool? So this is your first one that you're doing this way. I know you've worked on a lot of other events. You've helped out with a lot of the bigger networking groups in Houston with some of their luncheons. I know that you're invaluable to. There are so many professional speakers who put on events. They put on self-development seminars. They put on workshops, webinars, and you help with all that. Talk to us a little bit about that work. Like, how special is that, right, to put on a self-development event for someone and watch lives change, right? You're like creating this environment of life altercation. Like, I know I sound I'm being dramatic about it, but, you know, I go to those things, and my life is altered. And it's not just the speakers up there doing it, right? It's the whole environment. And so how enriching is that you get to think about those details for that?
Yeah, when you're doing, you know, when you're participating in those events and helping organize them, and then you go and attend it, the energy is usually so incredible that you just feel energized. And you come away with all these nuggets that will help you become a better you. Case in point, you know, because if I wouldn't have attended some of these, I would not be where I'm at today. And I love it. I love making the connections with people. I love sitting around and having a cup of coffee or having lunch or a glass of wine and just chatting about life and what makes them do or see what they are. And if they need, you need help with something, share. You make those connections, and it's all about sharing your story and being there and connecting.
You know, it's funny. It's, I do some of my best thinking when I'm on vacation. There's a standing joke in my life. There's like busy Kathy, and then there's vacation Kathy, right? And when I'm on vacation, I can read books and novels, and that I don't always have the luxury of reading or I don't fit them in to my regular life. Let's put it that way. But I think it's really interesting, and I tell a lot of my clients that they need to go on vacation when I feel they're too bogged down. And I love the resource you are, because you come into somebody's universe and you look at not only what kind of time off they need, right, but time off they need with their family. And then you also look at their business and look at their professional world. And like a lot of people you work with, like they have a regular job and they do a job or a volunteer job for a nonprofit. And nonprofits are always doing events. And so I don't think a lot of people know, the behind the scenes work that you do with a lot of the Houston leaders that are networking leaders and that are nonprofit leaders. And so I want to draw that out. Like, is that enriching work as well?
Oh yeah, because you're giving back. It's always good to give back, and it's rewarding to see how you're impacting people that need that help, that they don't have the same resources as you. And by giving them something or just helping them, you can see it in their faces. And it's really rewarding to see somebody's face light up because you help them in some small way. One of the networking groups I belong in, we have an annual drive where we collect jeans, and we donate them to a nonprofit for basically usually the homeless, where they don't have the resources and they need, the clothes and stuff. So last year we collected over 1,000 jeans.
Nice.
And right now we're doing our jean drive again. So we've already started collecting jeans, and we're really excited. That's one of our things. And it's kind of a competition between all the different chapters to see who wins, And
really cool. I like the way that people are combining nonprofit organizations and movements with events. I think that's very smart for a lot of reasons. It's a smart collaboration between nonprofits and businesses, and they just need to be closely integrated. Now, okay, so we are running low on time, so I want to give people the opportunity to truly access you.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's go ahead and we have a special way of doing it here at Ready for Happiness Live. We like to give people a way to get you one-on-one. We like to give people a way to get you in a group. And we also like to give people a way to get you through books, info products, audio. So if you could tell us how to access you, that would be great.
Okay. My best way to access me is through social media. Travel Diva Glenna. I'm on Facebook. Another way is www.traveldiva.com, which is my website. And there will be a calendar soon on that website where you can come and join me on some of the places I hang out and have fun with me.
Awesome, awesome. All right, well, this is Kathy Brandon, your happiness chick, and this has just been a great show, Glenna. Thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing with us and allowing us to introduce you and your story. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kathy, for having me.
Well, you're just really special to me. Now let's go ahead and give the dates for the event in Houston so that people know where to go, how to buy tickets, how to hang out. Tell us all the skinny on your event in Houston that's happening in September.
Okay, it's September 19th. It's on a Friday from 8:30 to 5:30. It's at St. John's Retreat Center in Montgomery, Texas. It is on Eventbrite. It's called For a New You, Women's One Day Retreat, and I would love to have join you there.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I'm going to be speaking, and there's going to be a whole bunch of other speakers. Um, what's really exciting about this event, and I'm going to tell you because I'm excited, is, you know, the ladies who come to this event are really going to be pampered, and obviously I like to be pampered, but you know, they have practitioners there that can work with you, and they'll create custom programs, and they'll look at you, and you can be with them and spend time with them. And it's going to be a small gathering, and so everybody truly has time to relax. You're not just sitting in a room listening to people talk to you, right? You're really going to get pampered, and even as speakers, we are going to be doing special things for you too. So even when you're in our sessions, we're not just going to be standing there talking to you. We're going to be doing activities with you in those rooms to make sure that at the end of the day, you are filled with complete love, complete caring, complete soothing, so that you can go back to your life and it's not an abrupt place to go back to. You can go in and you can be kind of mellow and you can say, hey, bring it. And so, you know, thank you so much, Glenna. I love being a part of your team, and I'm thrilled to share your story. All right, everybody, that wraps up our edition of Ready for Happiness Live. You know how we close the show. Let's go make some happy, y'all. Bye.
Bye.